afternoon. My name is Ashley Puren. I am a South African, and I've been dealing with property assistant with Donnie Lombard for a number of years. I've been involved in property since my early 20s. I no longer live in South Africa. I live in Scotland, in Edinburgh, and I run a letting agency and property investment company and a property maintenance company in Edinburgh. My company manages a range of properties for other buy-to-let landlords, but we're always looking for new opportunities and new ideas for our landlord investors. Some of our landlords have large portfolios, some of them just do individual properties, but buy-to-let property is becoming a lot more difficult in Scotland with the kind of legislation that is being passed, as well as the kind of legislation covering the rental side of things. So we're always looking for creative ideas and creative ways to help people become financially free. As a company, my company is called Pure Property Management, hence my surname being Puren. And so Pure Property Management often looks at different avenues of investment for landlords and for investors, because we want to assist people to become financially free, have different income streams, and we found that rental properties give people freedom to choose due to the fact that rental returns are so strong in Scotland. However, starting to look at different investment opportunities. And some of those things have been in the form of buy to renovate to flip. Buy to let is obviously very strong. We look at things called lease options. I'm sure they have that in South Africa as well. But what's quite exciting about the property assist thing is that they have got products that they can offer to people. And I have used some of those products myself. I still have property in South Africa. I'm in the process of shedding some of those properties and reinvesting in more profitable means. And some of those things I've come across with Property Assist. Property Assist has helped me over the years to buy numerous properties. I've bought them, I've kept them for a while, I've sold them, I've bought on auction through Property Assist and with Daniel Lombard. So I've bought, sold, renovated, stayed in some of them, and then eventually what we're doing now is we're looking at more of an investment strategy. What I like about the Property Assist products is that there's so much security involved. I've looked at their due diligence. I always believe in doing due diligence, and I would always recommend you as an investor considering to do something here with Property Assist that you always do your due diligence. Do your research on the company, do your research on the people that are making decisions about your money and making decisions about which properties they invest into. And I have the confidence to recommend them. Like I say, I've been dealing with Daniel for probably close on 25 years now. And I do love the percentage returns. I have a look at what they invest into. I'm a numbers guy, so I want to know, what am I going to make at the end of the day? How's it going to come back to me? What are the risks? How do they mitigate my risks? And what I've loved about this whole thing is that they are quite cautious with the investors' finances, so they're not making high-risk investments. They do their homework, and for me that's really important. I don't want to invest into something like stocks and shares and the bottom falls out. And I understand the fact that there's always the opportunity that we have a 2007 crash again. Those things, they come in cycles. But the way Property Assist is mitigating the risk, doing their due diligence, making sure that there's no more exposure than a maximum of 75%. Quite often the deals are structured that your exposure is maybe only 50% or 40%. That is what I like about it. The risk is fairly low, and depending on the kind of returns you're wanting from the properties or from your investment, you can choose your risk levels. But even with the risk levels, I like the fact that they are so well researched. They've got a team of people that are surrounding them. It's not just one guy making a decision thinking, wow, this is a great investment. There's a team of people that are doing due diligence from a property perspective, from a seller's perspective, from a legal perspective. And the thing I like about Dani specifically that I've dealt with on so many occasions is his experience in the industry and the contacts he has is phenomenal. So I have very much put my trust in with them. I've convinced at times family to get involved even, but I still continue to invest. Today we're in March 2018 and I continue to invest with Property Assist. I have got quite a lot of confidence in the company. I've got quite a lot of confidence in the people that they're involved with and the people that's involved in the company at least. And I like the fact that it's a pretty much what they call a one-stop shop, that if I buy or invest with Property Assist, they have got the people in the company and associated with the company to manage that thing if it needs to be rented out, to deal with the legal side of things if there's legal action or if there's anything from a legal perspective that needs to get done. They have got the maintenance guys and the contractors that they trust and have worked with over a number of years to ensure that properties are maintained or development projects are finished so that they can be sold. And so from that perspective, I can encourage people. And like I say, even from Scotland, it's quite easy for me to communicate. It's easy for me to deal with their staff and know that my interests are being looked after. I want a company to look after my interests. I want them to be actively involved in the day-to-day running of those things. That if I do pick up the phone or send an email asking a question, wanting to cash in my investment, whatever it is, they have got options for me, and there's people there that can respond to me who are trained and regulated. And that things aren't just being done under the table on a piece of paper. They are done contractually, and I can enforce a contract if I need to, or they can enforce a contract on my behalf. So that gives me the confidence of knowing that my money, my investment, and the long-term outlook for my family is looked after with this company. So from my perspective, I can really encourage people, get involved. You don't have to be living in South Africa to get involved. You can be living in Scotland, in the UK, in America, wherever you are in the world. They are putting funds together, and they are very creative in the way they are looking at the future and helping people to become financially free. I've looked at their mission statement, I've looked at the way they do things, and they are very much up for looking after your financial investment. You don't just become a number with them. As investors, they are wanting investors to prosper. They're wanting investors to make money out of their investments. And if I make money, they make money. They're working on percentages. So for me, that's good. That if something doesn't perform as well as we expect it to perform, I still make money, and they sometimes make less money. But at least I can choose products where my return on investment is guaranteed, or I can do something that's a little bit more risky with them and possibly have even greater returns, possibly slightly less. But there's always a bottom line, and I like that about it. I get to choose. I feel quite in control of my investments, and the knowledge that I don't have anymore about the South African market, they have it. If somebody wanted to come and invest in Scotland, I could give them all that information. But from that perspective, I know that my investment and my time and my energies are secure, that they'll look after the things that I need looked after. So, as I said, I can very much recommend Property Assist. They can definitely help you and help you become financially free. Thanks, I'm Puren, just giving you a heads up about what's happening at Property Assist.